Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, back with another kicking, you guessed it, comic book review. This one technically isn't a graphic novel review because I have the single issues of Ant. And I'm going to read you the rest of the Ant issues I have, because all that's really been digitized is 1 through 4, and then 1 through 4 is also digitized as a trade, and then there's digitized 5 through 8, and then 9, 10, and 11 are just not digitized. The original Ant isn't digitized. I don't know. Most of the stuff's Ant in is not digitized. I would read it physical, but some of it's hard to find, and some of it's really expensive. Some of it's really cheap, though, also. Ant's kind of all over the place price-wise. But I did buy issues 5 through 8 on Kindle once my paycheck dropped. So I'm going to give those to you now. So, in Ant 5 through 8, Ant is kind of getting some memories back. She meets her old partner. And this thing kind of throws away the twist at the end of issue 4. So it's like, wait, you threw away the twist? Then why... if you do that, what was the point of writing it if you were going to throw the twist out the window in the next issue and it, like, what wasn't canon or didn't happen or something insane? I don't know. It's pretty weird. So Ant kind of saves her old sidekick, who's now kind of an author and maybe even hero of his own. I don't think he does the hero stuff anymore, but now he has to because people are after him. Former heroes they've worked with that have gone villain. I think that's kind of a reference to Omega 1. I have not read the 3 issues of Omega 1 in a really long time, and the story was never finished. I will eventually read Omega 1 again and review the 3 issues that do exist. Until then, we got Ant. And I do have Totem and Tempest on the way. I love Totem, so I can't wait to read that and get back to you guys. Because I sold my single issues for Totem and bought the trades. But... Ant is pretty cool. I just wish it wasn't so sexist. So Ant, saves him from that. She loses a hand. Ant loses a hand, which is pretty wild, and she puts her armor over it to kind of keep her from blood loss, even though she could just be bleeding in her armor. I don't know. Gadget Man actually ends up saving her. They get the old team back together to go save Gadget Man's family, even though apparently he betrayed Ant, and most of them thought Ant was dead because of that betrayal. A lot of wild stuff went on, and then they leave for the final fight, and that's where issue 8 ends. So the story itself isn't bad. It could be better. It's not the best thing I've ever read. It's whatever. It is hyper sexist though. Lots of objectification of women, both in story and just in the art. The art is disgusting. I went on quite a rant about it in the last video where we reviewed Ant Reality Bites, which was issues 1 through 4. Good name for the arc, though. Real good name. And in this, it's the same. She gets captured and her, breasts are all spread out. And you can see her nipples. And there's a scene where, she gets punched. And there's, this art that's implying that her breasts are jiggling all around. And it's like, stop. Please stop. Every pose she has is hyper-sexualized to the biggest degree. It's like, Ant has a cool character design. But then you hyper-sexualize her to the point where it's so distracting you can't enjoy her character design. Because it's like, God, it's so sexist, it's insane. Why would you draw her like that? Why would you draw women like that? This is wild. Because, as I mentioned in the last review, skin tight doesn't have to be objectifying, The Power Rangers have skin tight outfits in their comics. They're not objectified. They're drawn like people. Just draw Ant like a person. The alleged issue 12 is supposed to come out in June of 2021, and I hope they don't keep drawing her like this. Why would you do this? It's pretty insane. So Ant by Mario Goldi is a cool character, and she's interesting, and I like her design, but the book could be a lot better, and also she's just objectified to the point where it's so distracting. The whole book, it's like her ass is sticking out at you, or her breasts are in every single panel. And there's this one point where she changes her panties for seemingly no reason. I don't understand what's going on with this book. It's like I think she takes off her clothes to put her ant armor on, but there's a big emphasis on the removing of the panties. And it's like, well, in 1 through 3, she didn't have to remove her clothes to armor up. But she does now. Okay. And then there's one of the female heroes who just shows the whole team her vagina. Like, yeah, she's working as a stripper, which also doesn't seem to really have any explanation or reason other than let's draw strippers. Nothing about desperation or anything. She just seems to enjoy it because she just strips in front of her old friends and just straight up shows them her vag. And they're like, the men are openly objectifying her, and it's pretty wild. Her outfit, by the way, is also skin tight without any raised areas. It's insane. Like, why? If you're gonna have her be a stripper, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a stripper. It's whatever. But then, why have her strip in front of her friends? Why not have her just stop and talk to them? Why not just do that? Right? It's insane. It's actually insane. So, that is it for Ant issues 5 through 8 from Image Comics. I'm not sure I can super recommend it, because if you want to get the issues that finish it off, which are called Ant Unleashed, then you kind of have to... you kind of have to pay a fortune, because I don't think they're digitized. I couldn't find them digitized. Not legally. And I read my comics legally. Support the industry. Support your local comic book shop. My local comic book shop did not have Ant. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. That is it. I am going to bounce, and I'll be back with more graphic novel reviews and even action figure reviews later. See you next time.